Athletics here at Adams State is something we take pride in. This is the story of 4 student athletes and the challenges they face and why they chose this student lifestyle.
What kind of problems or struggles do you occur as a student athlete?
Well, it's the difference between, it's college. I am going to be a freshman academically and athletically, so it's kind of hard to balance out the two things, like studying and going to practice and having all that time for practice. How can you balance the two? And what I probably did was, stayed up, and did my homework on time, study when I had to, and, go to practice on time, or try to because of my classes, and,
Good for you. You sound really dedicated to
Yes.
both, so that's good. Why did you choose to be a student athlete?
For me, it was just to stay out of trouble. When I was younger.
Maybe something to do after school or
Exactly.
in school.
For me, it was just, when I was younger, my parents, it was just something to do while they were at work, and just kind of like something to keep me out of trouble rather than running around, and who knows what I'd have gotten into.
Being a regular student is hard. I mean, people at Harvard, that's tough stuff. But being an athlete, you just add something else to a dimension. You got to wake up early. You got to make sure you work out. It's not just working out once every month. You got to gradually get better. You got to know. You got to compete. You got to know that other people are working hard too. So if you don't,
Sure,
you
you're kind of bringing the team back if you're not doing your part.
Yeah.
What kind of problems and or struggles do you occur as a student athlete?
I'm just trying to balance 2 schedules at once. We have our football schedules, and we also have our class schedules, which is kind of hard to balance. Schoolwork on top of practice plus games.
Sure. Workouts.
And training and all that different type of stuff. So it can be complicated, but if you know how to manage it, then everything will just pretty much fall into place.
When dealing with professors, what would you say about their expectations, if they have any, for student athletes?
I'd say that their expectations is just a matter of communication, because if you communicate with them and let them know ahead of time or what's going on, they're going to work with you, versus if you tell them after the fact, then they're like, well, if I'd have known, I would have been able to help you out rather than us play catch-up.
I'm competitive. I like sports a lot. It offers good things. Potentially you can get a scholarship, save your parents some money, kind of give back to them. Growing up, it's just something fun to do. Sports are great. You get to play outside, you get to compete, you get to win, you get to travel, all those things.
Good discipline.
Good discipline, yeah. All that stuff.
Do you think they expect more from you than comparatively to a regular student?
I would say it depends on the professor.
Okay.
Because you have some professors who are in love with that student athletes, and some who pretty much don't agree with being a student athlete because they feel that we have advantages. Just like some students. Some students feel that we have an advantage over them because we are student athletes, because we get excused from classes and stuff like that to go on trips for the games.
Sure.
People understand we represent the school pretty much in so many different ways. We go out in the community and help and stuff like that. So I don't know, really the expectations that we get from not just teachers, professors, it comes from pretty much people within the city, the town, wherever the school is at.
While college can be stressful, learning how to balance the schedules of being a student and an athlete prepares students for success.